Okay, so it's 5 in the morning. The smoker is covered up. I need to get that off, plug it in. We're gonna get the pork shoulder onto the smoker. Alright, so we got some smoke starting to come out. It's just on the smoke setting. That's the pork shoulder that I prepared last night. So once we get this up to a temperature and the smoke clears up, we'll put that on. Alright, so the smoke has cleared up pretty good and the temperature is rising, so we'll get this on here. Okay, so I have it on the grill. It's up to 193. Just where that sat in the tinfoil all night. I'm gonna put some more of this honey hog barbecue on it, just where the moisture kind of took the layer off. And there's so much meat here, you can't hurt putting extra seasoning on, so we're gonna do that. What? No. It's Easter morning, Bowie.
Oh.
Hey, so like I said, it's Easter morning now. We can see. So it's, I don't even know what time it is now. I think it's around, I'm just gonna check 1 second. Time check. So it is 7:05. So this has been on for about 2 hours. So just a really quick little peek at it. Okay. Not really seeing anything crazy yet. It's at 2:30, 2:25, so it's gonna fluctuate. The smoke is nice and clean. We'll get back there inside there, getting ready for Easter. So let's go in. All right, so here's the plan. No, I'm just talking in my video. So I'm gonna do up the tri-tip here. So that's from Costco. I didn't want to get the big brisket, so I got a tri-tip. I'll flip around. Lila's in the background on a sugar high for Easter morning. So you can see it was $77. It's a little more per pound than a brisket, but the brisket would have been twice as big, and I just didn't want to deal with that. So I want to try this first. You can see this is the non-fat cap side, and this side has the fat cap. I think they call it like a California brisket. There's some seasoning, my notes. That's going to be the mac and cheese. That's going to be the cornbread. That's going to be the banana pudding. So we're going to get this all trimmed up now. got a lot of the fat off. I trimmed a little too much down the bottom here. But the rest is pretty good. The bottom side, I trimmed most of it off. It's not too bad. I'm gonna get a little more of the silver skin off. Then that's gonna go get seasoned. And I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. I'm gonna cook it just like brisket. So leave a little bit of the fat cap up. And then it's gonna go out on the smoker, which is out there. So I put some olive oil as like a binder. I think I'm gonna use this all-purpose rub. I have a little seasoning salt and garlic. So we'll start with this. The kids had sugar this Easter morning, so that's why they seem a little crazy. There's the all-purpose rub, and then we'll do a little bit of garlic and seasoning salt, and then we'll flip it over. Alright, so this is why I have the smoker up here underneath. It's starting to freezing rain. There's one of the tri-tips. We got another one coming. So we'll get that on the grill here. We'll try to squeeze the other one in right there. So the pellets I'm using, I forget whose they were. They were a competition blend of like hickory, cherry, and a bunch of stuff. What I'm gonna replace it with is these Traeger ones that are hickory, maple, cherry, artisan blend. So pretty much the same thing. So we'll have a quick peek of what we got in here. So the 3 of those, and looking good. So they're gonna stay there for a few more hours. I'll check the temp, and then we'll go from there. Tate's helping me mix the mac and cheese, all the cheese, 2 different kinds of cheese, cream cheese, milk, everything. And it's gonna go into this pan that I have to do the crust. So the mac and cheese is in the pan, and now we're just frying up the topping. So that's, I use Japanese, I think it is, breadcrumbs. I think these are the Japanese ones. And butter and some seasoning. Once I melt that all together, it'll go on top of the mac and cheese. Actually, I was wrong. These were the Japanese style ones, which I think are a little like more coarse. So let's put a little on top of that. Now we got a little mixture. There's Bowie looking for some crumbs. Yeah, I see. But the mac and cheese is done. Last time they said the topping was a little more drier, so I put some butter. You actually see some cheese mixed in there as well. And I didn't make it as thick. So I'm gonna cover that up. It's pretty much cooked now, but we're gonna smoke it a little later just to get some smoke flavor. So I forgot to make a video while I was making this. The girls helped me. This is my banana pudding. I kind of made up the recipe as I went. It has some Cool Whip in it. It has some cream cheese and banana pudding. So we'll see how it turns out. Those are shortbreads. Hey, so kind of a gloomy day. The temperature dropped just because I was trying to check it with my Javelin probe, but it was on Celsius. So now I figured out how to get it to Fahrenheit. So we'll do a quick check. Hopefully the temperature will build back up. So we're at 133. I kind of want to be at like 140, I think, before I wrap it up. So, all right, so you can see my breath here. I'm gonna do this video in 2 parts, I think, so it's not super long. Everything's still going there. So the pork shoulder, like I said before, I want it to be up to 145 Fahrenheit. It's actually, I think, 165. So wait for a little bit longer. The temp has risen back up to 225 just from opening the lid. The heat escapes, especially when it's like -1 or 2 out here. I'm gonna put more of the pellets in because you can see getting kind of low in there. Anyway, then I'll edit this up. I have some time to chill, and then part 2 will be kind of like smoking mac and cheese, wrapping them, and then the finished product and all that good stuff. Okay.